Good evening. Hello, and welcome to the channel. I have been dehydrating for roughly 2 days. My dehydrator is going in the background. You probably hear the low hum of that. So I am going to use my instant vortex oven and I am going to dehydrate some broccoli. I have one tray available in my dehydrator, my Presto Dehydrator, and I'm going to put the remaining broccoli in that as well and get this out of the way because the freezer is full and I have these packs that need to get processed. So I'm going to rinse these off and start putting them in the dehydrator. I've already opened up a couple of packages of broccoli, and when you're using frozen broccoli, you don't need to do anything special to it other than to give it a rinse. It's already been pre-processed, meaning it's been blanched and it's just ready for your dehydrating process, meaning putting it in your dehydrator. You don't need to do anything else to it. Excuse my dirty oven, it needs to be cleaned. Don't judge me. I've been cooking and dehydrating. I will be cleaning up once I am done. So I'm just gonna lay this on my rack and then start the dehydrating process. There really is nothing special to it. As I mentioned, I have some space in my Presto, so any remaining broccoli, I'm going to place that in the Presto. The Presto is on right now and it actually has some garlic in it, but I want to get this broccoli out of the refrigerator since I put it in the refrigerator to defrost, and I want to get this done. As I mentioned, I've been defrosting for 2 days, not defrosting, I've been dehydrating for 2 days. Not all one item. I've had a few different items I have been working on. And if you want to see what those are, you'll have to watch those videos. I'll make sure I put an iCard to the garlic that I am dehydrating. And I will actually have to make a video for you guys for the other item that I dehydrated. I wasn't thinking about it. It was late at night and I was just trying to get the dehydration done, so I did not make a video on that. And I won't tell you what it is, but I will be making another dehydration video, so be on the lookout for that. And this is all you do. You just take your food, lay it on your tray, and then turn on your dehydration device. If you have a dehydrator or if you have a multi-use device like this, just set it for whatever time you think it's going to need. I'm going to set this, it's actually already set for 7 hours. After 7 hours, I'm going to take a look and see if I need to add more time. So I have a little bit more broccoli still left in the container, and I have 2 more bags over on the cabinet, so I need to get my trays and put them in the Presto. So let me put this in here and turn it on. All I have to do is hit start. Once I hit the dehydration button, it's already set for 7 hours, and start. Like I mentioned, I have been dehydrating for 2 days, so it was already set. Oh, you know what? It went back to 3. Let me stop because it shut itself off. So what I'm going to do is hit dehydration and bump it up to 7. Since it shut itself off, it went back to the last 3 hours that I was dehydrating my last product. So 7 hours and then start. What you have to realize with the instant vortex is whatever you did last in it, it's going to use that time. So you'll have to bump it up. If it shuts itself off, you'll have to change the time that you need to dehydrate in. So earlier today, I finished off some ginger. It needed another few hours. I put it in during the lunch hour, let it sit for 3 hours. Once that 3 hours was done, it shut off. And so once it closed itself off this time, it went back to the 3 hours versus saving the 7. So now it's at 7. If it shuts off now after the 7 hours, it'll be set for 7. So the next time I dehydrate, it'll already be programmed for 7. It's going to be dehydrating at 105 degrees Fahrenheit for 7 hours. So I'm just going to let this sit and see how that goes. So now I'm going to go over to the Presto and add the remaining broccoli to the Presto. I have a little bit of leftover ginger. I hope you guys can hear me. It's still a little soft. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to add my broccoli. Just like so. And this is how I am dehydrating my broccoli. Nothing to it. Now my Presto, it can take up to 8 trays. Right now I only have 4 trays on it. So if I want to add the other 2 bags of broccoli, I will have to go and get the other 4 trays. But to be honest with you, I'm a little tired today, so I think I'll finish off the last 2 bags of broccoli tomorrow. And this is it for dehydrating broccoli. I think I'm going to take those poor little pieces off and move them into the bottom tray. Let me take these off, and I will move these into the bottom tray. I have space down there. And you're not supposed to layer anything that you're dehydrating. So I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out, because these pieces are really touching one another. But that is how I am dehydrating broccoli. I hope you all like this content as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And if you're interested in more information on what I do with food and how I preserve it, let me know in the comment section. And maybe I'll do more kitchen videos as far as dehydration. It is day 2, and I've already taken the broccoli that I dehydrated, those 2 bags last night, and I've taken it out of the dehydrator, put them in my dry canister, and it's time to grind them down and make them into a green powder. So let's get into that. I placed my canister on my base. I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be a little loud, so I am going to speed this up so that you guys don't have to listen to it. That has ground down to a nice powder. It's not going to be extremely fine because I didn't run it for very long. I pulsed it for a little while and then I turned it on. Now remember, when you open this up, let it rest for a minute, because you don't want all this dry dust matter to get into your face. You don't want to breathe that in. You take the cap off, and that is our, can you guys see that? That is our broccoli powder. You can put that in your scrambled eggs. You can put that in bread that you're baking. You can put it in brownies. You can add this into smoothies. You can put this in soups and stews. This is your green powder that you would normally buy in the store. This is just one vegetable. You can add many other green vegetables, but right now I had some excess broccoli, so I decided to turn it into green powder. I have the remaining 2 bags of broccoli in the dehydrator right now, but this is how I make green powder. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Do me a favor, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. And I hope you turn food that you either grow or you've purchased into dried green powder. Bye for now.